Today I'm going to talk to you about my favourite autumn-winter lipsticks. But first of all, I probably should address my hair. I have changed my hair. I basically used the same technique that I used in my low lights video, which was pretty poor quality video. It wasn't fantastic. However, that's what I did. It kind of showed you what I did. I took random streaks and stuff and basically painted the top part, tried to leave the ends a little bit. The very, very bottom layer, I did the entire, like all of my hair, just a kind of darker colour. And I have left the very front parts with some blonde in it. So I've tried to leave some little bits and pieces so it gives it some kind of dimension. And little bits of blonde here and there. And it was just a temporary dye, so it will fade. It won't fade out to blonde, I wouldn't imagine, but it will fade. So my thinking behind it was, I was getting really bored with my hair. I liked the colour that it was, but I was just, like I didn't want to put any more bleach in it. And when I put it up, it looked dark, and then the ends were so much different to the roots of my hair, and I wear my hair up a lot. But when it was done and it was down, I really liked it, but I don't do that all the time, and I didn't like the way it was looking, and I wanted a little bit something different. So rather than reach for the bleach, I decided to go darker. My plan probably is to leave this as it is until Christmas, when I'm going to go to the hairdressers and get a little bit of kind of balayage highlights put in. I just want some lightness through the ends. And this is a little bit warm. I knew what I was doing. It was a caramel chocolate colour from Castings, L'Oreal. I knew what I was doing. I knew intentionally I was choosing a warm colour. But obviously it's a little bit something to get used to because I'm used to having an ash colour. But I do like it. It's a little bit warmer for this season. So yeah, I thought I would just mention that's what I did. I did it at home. I have got a video on kind of the technique that I used that I will link below. But it is a temporary colour, so it will fade out, and I do intend to go blonder than this at the end of the year. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of a break, and rather than have highlights, which is what I was really tempted to do, I decided to go something more kind of glossy looking. So with that out of the way, I have my lipsticks for you here. I did mention in a previous video, might have been my favourites, that I was going to switch out my makeup per season, and I'd already done that at that point. And I put this little old candle holder, or it was a candle jar, in my everyday makeup kind of area. And so I put in my lipsticks that I thought I would use over this season, so I'm not constantly going to and fro. I don't really have a lipstick area, I just went into my makeup room and chose a lipstick. But I wanted to have all the lipsticks that I thought would be good for this season all to hand, so I thought I would go through what they are. I'm going to start with two lip butters here, just because they kind of go together, don't they? The ones that I have are Pink Truffle, which is a new one to me, and Raspberry Pie. Raspberry Pie was the lip butter that basically converted me to lip butters and told me, yes, you love these products. They are amazing. I can't get enough of it. It's probably one of my most worn lipsticks. The fact that it has got that much left of it, I know that probably seems like a lot, but given the amount of lipsticks that I have, for me to wear one a lot is a big deal. So I absolutely love this. It's like a really perfect glossy pinky red. It's just the perfect shade of red for me, and yet it is still pink. Yes, reddish pink. The other one that I have, like I say, is Pink Truffle, and someone said recently when I hauled this, they didn't understand why people kept making these brown lipsticks, but this is really, really flattering. It's kind of just a darker nude. It's not just brown. I mean, a nude lipstick is still brown if you consider it kind of a shade of a skin tone. Then it is. So I didn't really see where she was coming from, because I find this really flattering on my skin tone. Maybe if you swatch it, you might think, oh, this looks awful. But when you actually put it on, it's totally different. I think you'll find that with a lot of lipsticks. But I really like the lip butters for autumn time and winter time, because obviously when your lips are getting a little bit chapped, it's nice to have something to protect them. I don't find them the most moisturising, but they're definitely not as drying as some lipsticks can be. Let's move on to these, also Revlon, but these are quite drying. The first one I have here is the liquid lipstick from Colourstay range, and it is in Brilliant Bordeaux. I love this, but I hate it. It reminds me a lot of the old school stay-on lipstick, so it's basically coating, it's a little bit like lip coat. Coating your lips, you really feel it. It's like a plasticky, odd feel on your lips. So it's not going to be for everyone, but it does last all day, and I completely love it. And on some people, I think if your lips are in really, really good condition, it just looks better. So the next time I wear this, I will definitely be kind of scrubbing my lips, making sure they're as smooth as possible, and then maybe using a balm ahead of putting this on. But the colour is amazing, and I just wish that it wasn't quite as drying. One that isn't quite as bad, but is still a little bit drying for me, is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain, and I have this in Crush. I wore this in my London vlog recently, and so many people said, oh my god, I love your makeup. And it was really just this, because I had very basic kind of one eyeshadow on, a little bit of eyeliner, and this. And I just love this in this time of year. I love it to wear for work because it really does last, and as it wears away really evenly. It doesn't kind of leave you looking patchy and kind of just having it around the outside and nothing on the inside. These two are kind of staples for me if I want to wear a dark lip for work. So I love those. Two I'm going to mention here, I might be really mean in doing so because you can't really buy them anymore. You might still be able to buy them on kind of discount makeup stores, but they've been discontinued a long time ago. However, Urban Decay have re-released their lipsticks recently, and I believe they're a different formula, but I think that they've re-released every shade, just kind of improved. So I'm going to mention them anyway because I think you can probably still get these just in the new version. And the one that I'm wearing today actually is this. It's Sell Out. I love this. When I worked for Urban Decay, it was always my favourite. A really nice, again, kind of a beigey, darker nude, but it's got some warmth to it as well. So as soon as I dyed my hair this colour, I was like, oh, this is the lipstick I'm going to wear, because when I had it a similar colour before, this was like my go-to. But I'd already put it in with my autumn winter lipstick, so I knew that I would get some wear out of it regardless, but I think it does look nicer with kind of warmer, darker hair. The other one that I have is Gravity, and that's this deep brownish red. Again, I'm all about the kind of plummy, deep reds for fall and winter, so you will see that as we go on. Like I say, I just wanted to kind of skirt over those because you can't get the exact same formula anymore. They actually taste horrible. If I lick my lips now, it's like, ugh, really bitter and awful. They smell like licorice, which is fine, but they taste terrible. I think Urban Decay previously, their lipsticks looked great, but they were just off. They just either smelt bad or they tasted bad. So I'm really excited to try something new from Urban Decay, but it is quite expensive, so it'll probably be something, it'll have to really catch my eye. This Intense Kisses High Intensity Gloss from MUA is a dead ringer for the Apocalypse from Rimmel. And in fact, I probably prefer it because it doesn't smudge as easily, it's not quite as thick and glossy. The shade that I have here is Kiss and Tell, but I also have a real pale pink that I wore all the time. And then I got this one recently in a recent MUA haul, and I completely love it. It's just like a raspberry pink. And it lasts really well for a gloss. It's really opaque, which is why it's called a high intensity gloss. And I would definitely recommend that you give these a go, and it smells really nice as well, really nice and vanilla-y. But it's not too sticky, it's kind of balmy, but still opaque and a thick gloss. Something that is actually a balm, Lana Lips, and I have this one, what colour is this? Rhubarb. Although this is not kind of a lipstick per se, I really like this for kind of day-to-day wear, and especially when you do get that chapped lips feeling when we go away in January, because we'll be going to a cold weather climate because New York is really, really cold in January time. I'll probably be wearing this every single day because you just want to protect your lips, and this really soothes and softens my lips at the same time. So really like all around the lips, but that particular shade I love. They do a darker one as well that I have. I don't know why I didn't mention that, but that's more of a day-to-day staple. This is Raspberry Moisture Shine lipstick from the Natural Collection from Boots. This again is a really nice day-to-day colour. It does wear away quite quickly, but that's just like a regular lipstick. You know, I do tend to gravitate towards the longer lasting, the stains, etc. But as a regular lipstick goes, it lasts about the same as you would expect it to. And it costs a fraction of the price of the majority of the ones that you're going to find, both at the drugstore and at the beauty hall. So really, really nice, neutral but a pink you know what I mean, pink neutral-ish shade. And that's along the same lines as this. I swear, I bet if I swatch all these, I'm gonna swatch them all for a blog post just for the fun of it now and see how similar they are. How many do I really need? This is from Kiko or Kiko, and the shade number is 813. I know they have names, but I don't know what this one is. But it's from the Shine range. I love this whole range. It's really, really glossy. It might be called the something glossy range actually. Glossy Stilo range or something like that, or Stylo range. Anyway, this is really, really nice, and I've worn this a lot. I bought that when we went to London in January, February this year. I have two from Miners, which are very, very similar, and I actually have no idea what these are called because the lids have the names on them, but when you take the lids off, for example, if you were taking pictures of a lot of them, and then you put them all back on again, they are all mixed up and you have no idea which is which. So I'm fairly certain that this is not called Barely Buff. I don't know what this is called, but it's a really, really deep matte plum colour. And then this one is a little bit more purple. Again, no idea what it's called, but this one is from the regular range. It's not from the matte range. And again, a plumish purple colour with that. I love those deep colours for this time of year. Number 7, High Shine Gloss. The colour is Plum Blush. Well, there you go. And this really is kind of a true plum. It's got that kind of muted colour to it. It's not just purple when we all go for, oh, it's a plum colour. It's not really a plum colour, is it? It's purple. Whereas this really is, it's kind of a brownish purple colour. And lastly, this is the one that you've probably seen me wear the most in videos because it lasts a long time and it's a real pow colour. It's a matte shade from Accessorize, and it's called Infatuated. And so many of you have asked what I'm wearing when I wear this. So if you wanted to know what it was probably this, or Crush from Revlon. They're probably my most worn in videos. So that is everything. Before I go, I do want to mention that Scent Grape, who ran a giveaway with me a little while ago on my blog, you may have remembered, we're so happy with the turnout when it comes to entrants and things. You guys were all tweeting and entering away for this giveaway, which actually may still be running at this point. I'm not sure. I will link below the giveaway post and you can just check it out because I am filming this in advance. But they were really happy with the way that turned out and the amount of you that entered the competition, and they gave me a 50% off code, which is really cool. The code will be BudgetBeauty5 and I will link that as well as their link in the info bar below. And I just want to mention that I am more than happy to promote that company, mainly because everything that I've told them, everything that any other person that's used their products and reviewed it for them, whether it be an actual consumer that's gone out and bought them or a blogger that's been sent them to trial, they've taken everything on board and they're actually reformulating and repackaging things. There are certain things with the range that I thought was so great, but the price point was a little bit high because the products didn't look that great. You know what I mean? Like the packaging was a little bit lacking. Or I thought that perhaps the volume of something should be a little bit higher for the money, and they've really taken that into consideration when they've just changed everything. So I'm really, really happy to work with a brand that listens to their customers effectively. So I'm really excited to see what their new stuff's going to look like. But in the meantime, with this discount code, you can get 50% off. So especially if you're looking for Christmas presents or just treat yourself, it's a really good time to buy. But anything that I've mentioned in this video will be linked below, as well as any reviews that I've done of these lipsticks, etc, etc. Any questions that you have about any of them and any other video requests, please leave them as a comment below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!